What's up YouTube? I'm Aaron and this is just another game review. Today we're going to take it back a couple years, go back to the Super Nintendo platform to a video game called Goof Troop. I have super fond memories of this game as a kid. I would always convince my mom every weekend to take us to the local stage door, which is where we would go to rent our video games. Every weekend the guy would come in, hand me the game, didn't even have to ask. And then me and my mom would spend countless hours grinding through the levels, which it's not a very long game, it's not a hard game by any means, but it definitely holds a special place in my heart now, since the video game footage that you're going to watch for this review, I recorded with my 5-year-old little girl. Hi, Aniston. It was just a great nostalgia trip. It's not a hard game, it's not particularly a super fun game, but playing it with her, it just added that extra little bit of passing the torch, if you will. So that's why it was kind of so special to me to have her there with me while I filmed the footage. And if you're a parent, if you're an old gamer and you have little kids, this is definitely something you're going to want to pick up and give a try. You kind of have to protect their character from being hit in a way so they don't game over. As far as the game's concerned, it's just a top-down 2D action puzzle game. Like I said, it's only 5 levels, so if you're a seasoned gamer, you're going to beat it in about an hour. It's definitely something fun to do with your kid. She had a blast. I know that she enjoyed just sitting there next to me, 2 controllers in hand, playing the game. It features 2 playable characters, Max and Goofy. It is Goof Troop. Max is faster than Goofy, and Goofy can one-shot enemies where it takes Max two hits to kill something. Well, not really. I guess it is kill. Disney made some pretty violent video games. So like I said earlier, this game it's pretty short. If you're playing it alone, there's only 5 levels. They each progress through a different setting. It has a pretty childish little narrative. It uses, the vanilla characters of the Goofy area, being Goofy, Max, Pete, and PJ. And all in all, it's just a simple little game for kids, and that's exactly what you should view it as. It's not something that you need to drop everything you're doing, go find a Super Nintendo and play this game tomorrow. It broke no ground. It was just, honestly, I wouldn't even recommend it. I wouldn't even recommend it to anybody that didn't have a little kid that they wanted to get into gaming. But if you are looking for something to do, if you want to share and enjoy video games with your kid like I kind of wanted to do, this is a great video game to start with. I mean, my 5-year-old daughter picked it up and ran with it. I mean, obviously she's not a professional Goof Troop player by any means, but I could tell that she had a fun time just sitting in my lap, hanging out with Dad, playing a video game. And I'll be honest, it took me back 20-some years to when I was sitting on the couch next to my mom playing Goof Troop. Some of the gameplay you're going to see, it's going to showcase the puzzles, it's going to showcase, some of the quote-unquote combat, not necessarily combat, but it also has a few, like a little range of items, like the grappling gun and a bell, some keys, wooden planks, nothing too serious. I know I sit here and said I had a wonderful time. It gets really frustrating trying to tell them what to do, and once a character goes into a new room, it drags both characters. So if your little one doesn't really know what they're doing, they will just walk you in and out of the same 2 rooms for about 5 minutes. So that part gets a little irritating. That's not the game's fault, but it would definitely be an 8 out of 10 to play with your young one. I think they're going to enjoy it. Alone, you're probably looking at like a 5 out of 10. Let's be honest, it's a Goof Troop game. I'm 28 years old, so it's not like I'm out there keeping up on all the Goof Troop lore and watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse every day. The nostalgia factor wore off pretty quick when I was playing it by myself. If you're gonna play it, steer clear if you don't have kids. If you do have kids, pick it up and give it a shot. And even if it's not Goof Troop, make some time to play with your kids anyway, because I know my little girl thoroughly enjoyed playing video games with her old man. So that's going to be all the time I have for you today here at Just Another Game Review. I'm Aaron, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.